let's just do the energy reads. I'm just gonna do a free card call for February, and then you
Sounds good.
do your.
Okay, so what's the question? What do we need to look forward to for February?
Yeah, we could do that as a collective. What good things are coming uh, our way for the collective in February?
Ooh-wee.
We could do that. What do you think?
Okay,
Yeah.
I got my cards.
All right. Let me.
My story is it's just I feel like the energy shift is so January it felt very like almost like fist closed tight wadding,
Mhm.
like because obviously that post Christmas brokenness. So I do feel like there's going to be a little bit more flow, energetic, just more abundance. And abundance isn't just financially; it's the flow of money, it's flow of emotions,
Mhm.
flow of opportunities, connections.
Yeah.
I do feel like money is going to be good,
Mhm.
people's money. So if you work money in January, you're going to start to see your money open, even if it's not like more coins or a raise or whatever, but just like maybe opportunities going in the direction
Yeah.
of more financial openings and opportunities. And I just feel like it's going to be just a bit more openness.
Yeah. I agree with that because on a personal level, I just feel like things are going to shift. We've spoken about this. You've said the same thing. Like February is just going to have a different energy where I feel like things are going to move finally for me personally. So I will share the cards that I've pulled and then I'll kind of go from there. So I have the Tower. Ooh, the Tower card. It's not a bad thing. Like, we've
No.
got we've got Page of Pentacles, yeah, and then we've got Two of Cups. So looking at the three cards that I've pulled, I feel like the Tower card actually is not a bad thing, especially because the question was what good things do we have to look forward to. So what I feel like is there is a shift, as we've just spoken about, where people will be able to finally build on a solid foundation going forward. Okay, this typically is about an unexpected event, things falling apart and all that kind of thing. But I feel like even for me personally, I've been through a lot of crap. And I am now in that position where I'm ready to build. I'm ready to rebuild my life. I think I said that to you today, actually. Rebuild my life. There is a solid foundation that is either here for some people or it's on the way. So if you're going through a really crappy time or you have been recently, there's a shift coming. And I feel like from there, you will be able to move forward finally in the right direction. I say that because we've got the Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles is a lovely card. Look at that yellow. Like it's so positive, and it's a Pentacles card, which is about career, business, money, that kind of thing. So as a collective, a lot of people will finally be able to make moves when it comes to money. Or if you're going to start a business, or if you're going to expand your business, or if you want to switch careers, or maybe you'll get a job offer. There are good things, definitely good things coming in February. This is a beautiful energy. It's a start. It's a new beginning kind of energy. So that's really nice. And then we've got Two of Cups. Two of Cups can be about a lot of things. It can be about love. It can be about creativity. It can be about making good connections, as in friendships, as in people you work with. Things just flowing the way that they should be, finally. So if you're single, you might meet somebody. If your relationship's been a bit crap, a bit shit of late, things might finally start to flow a bit better because you've got money. Maybe you can go out on dates or you'll just feel better because you finally got a job or you've got new ideas for your business and you can think better and so you can pour into your partner again. It's all nice energy. It's like, okay, it's a bit crap, right?
Well, no, but the Tower being is also like it shifts the foundation, and a lot of times it doesn't necessarily mean it's a physical foundation.
Yes,
It could be a emotional, like
exactly.
things you've always things you always did
Yeah, change
do
your
differently.
mindset. Yeah, do things
Yeah, I
differently.
mean, even changing the direction, like the route you take to work,
Mm-hmm,
take a different one.
mm-hmm,
If you're always taking the train,
mm-hmm.
ride your bicycle. Like you're gonna meet different people. Whenever there's a shift, so it's so funny that the cards you came to. My first one was
Ace of Cups.
Ace of
Oh, yeah,
Cups.
yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So also, like looking at the lily pads on there, it's kind of like opportunities to go from where you think you're stuck. Because when you're looking at that, there's no land. The
Right.
way that I would interpret that, there is no land.
Mm-hmm.
And for the anxiety sufferers out of us, it a lot of times anxiety will, the fear anyway, will present itself as like drowning, like the fear of drowning. You're not going to drown. There's lily pads. Just jump. And even if you do
Mhm.
land in the water, you can swim. Or there's another lily pad right there, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
shift your perspective,
Mhm.
shift. And also, I do feel like anytime the ace cards for me, that cloud represents like surprises, like
Mm.
coming out of nowhere.
Right.
This stuff will just come out of nowhere. Like,
Mm.
so one day I don't know, you're looking for a job in tech, and then your actual dream job in entertainment like just comes out because you talk to somebody.
Mm.
My second one, interestingly enough, is also like a pentacle
Oh,
card.
okay, nice. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Focus on your money. Money.
Yes. Love it. Yeah. All about the money.
That's it.
Especially after
Hmm.
January as well. You know, like January is the longest month ever in life.
Oh my.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's hard for a lot of people, like, especially if you get paid on the last working day of the month.
Oh
How
my gosh.
long that is to wait. So I'm glad that there's pentacle cards here because that means
Yes.
hopefully money's coming for some people, opportunities, new jobs. I don't know, making connections with people that can move your business forward, whatever. But this is good.
Hmm.
So I'm glad that we've got some pentacles for sure.
Yes. And then I also got the Gums card.
How did you?
So
You
connections,
got- Oh,
relationships,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
I have the same. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do feel like opportunities, like these types of opportunities, though, what this makes me feel like, it's going to open up in February. So maybe you might meet someone, but I don't feel like it's actually going to really take off.
Mhm,
Like you may go on a date or like do the I'll see you on Saturday, a
mhm.
Saturday of dates, but then come in the springtime because these are like the blooming flowers. I feel like in the springtime it's really where it's going to, but the foundation will be laid in February.
Yes. Also, that card, I always think of like something from the past. So it
Uh,
could be that someone from your past is kind of, going to circle back. But it is also about stability as well. So I feel like with that card, there's something. Either you're going to be able to like reconnect with like your inner child or something from the past that like made you happy again, or maybe someone from your past is going to like circle back. That's the kind of energy I do get from that card as well. So,
you know what's so interesting?
well,
The if your past person comes up, I'm feeling like it would probably be energy. Do not let it back in the cross. I would say,
yeah,
yeah, because they're in the past for a reason.
no,
They should stay
we
in.
want new. We want new.
Yeah, we want new stuff. Yeah, and also receiving. I feel like receiving. See, that one is giving to receive.
Well, this is the thing. It's a collective reading.
Accept.
So I think with that, it could go either way. Like some of you can have an ex that's going to come back round, and as Ella said, don't let them come back. And for others, it could be an ex is going to come back, and they actually have something to offer. Finally,
That's something
something
beautiful. Yeah.
sensible, something stable, where you can both build together and grow together, and actually have a decent relationship. So there's too many people out there for us to narrow it down. It could go either way. But
Especially if it was toxic. Like if it was toxic,
right,
why? Why?
yeah.
And especially if you've done, here's one thing I've come to realize is, when you're about to break, you're on the precipice of something great,
Mhm.
something that you've been working towards, there's always a significant, like a person who comes offering like good sex, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to have sex with them, but it's just like somebody who is in that energy that comes and disrupts your vibe. It's almost like the universe is testing whether you are ready to keep going or you're going to fall back to old ways.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that that's what it is. Like if you're somebody from the past will circle back, or even someone new who's offering you something that has a lot to do with distracting you from your path,
Mm-hmm.
you might need to be like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yes, I do
So,
agree with that for sure.
yeah.
Because Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles is on a mission. Page of Pentacles is trying to build something. Page of Pentacles is trying to go somewhere and get things done. So if you are not in alignment with what Page of Pentacles is trying to achieve, or even if we take away from like the money side of things, career, whatever, if you're just not in alignment, so if your ex comes back and it feels wrong, you both don't want the same thing, you're both not on the same page, should you let them back in? Probably not. So then in that case, you need to make a choice. It is a 2 card as well. So you need to make a choice. Are you choosing yourself? Are your peace, your balance, your happiness?
Oh, peace. Oh my.
Because peace is
Woo.
important. I'm just saying. Don't come and play with cards. But I think because we've got 3 cups cards, I think you've got 2 and I've got 1. So I think there is some energy around love.
Oh no, I have 2. I have Ace of Cups.
Yeah, you have 2. Yeah, I've got 1. So so we've got 3 cups cards. So there is something there around love. Even pouring into yourself, self-love as well.
Yeah.
If you've not been pouring into yourself, then February should be a time, well, it's always a good time, but pour into yourself. Valentine's Day is coming up. You ain't got no man, no woman, whatever. Okay, don't stress. Pour into you. If you're going through a heartbreak, pour into yourself. Run a bath, have a little drink, get your favorite chocolates, watch a movie, book a spa day.
Spend time with us. I mean,
yes, obviously. Come on now, spend time with us. But there is something in the air about foundations being reset, going after your goals, and just I don't know. There's something about love and self-love. Obviously, being February, that makes sense. But
yeah. Well, and I mean, also, if you're in a good space yourself, you're in a better space to discern about whether the person coming into your life is bringing aligned energy. Because, I mean, there's always going to be somebody wanting in.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, toxicity is opportunistic. If you open the door, it's going to come in. If you don't, it'll move right on. So I think, and unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, self-love and self-care is very, and it's kind of an abstract concept, because a lot of times it's like, okay, run yourself a bath, go get your nails done. But nobody talks about the aspect of just being like, ooh, you know what? I've been celibate for 5 months and this person looks good, but this person comes with problems.
Right.
The types of problems I don't need in my life right now. So am I going to, go for the 3-minute break the bow, or am I going to stand in my own, there was a reason I was celibate type of situation?
Well, that's it.
And so it's very like, and the self-love part of it is, you know what? You can be a bad communicator. You can be toxic. You can be gossipy. I'm not trying to change you, but I am very, very discerning about what I allow into mine, because I don't want that. I don't want to stay up all night wondering why you haven't called me. Who are you out with? No, I would rather be sitting there with my sandwich, minding my own business, watching Netflix, not thinking about you.
That's it.
So
that is it. It's true. Boundaries, self-love, boundaries is a big part of that. So I definitely do agree with that for sure. I do want to talk about influencing energies. So I take the cards at the bottom of my deck and the top just to see. I take those as influencing energies when I'm doing a reading. So I've got at the bottom 5 of Pentacles. So for me, obviously this didn't come out in the main reading. So I feel like a lot of you maybe have gone through hard times, as we've just been speaking about. January is a very long month when it comes to finances. Or even in relationships, some of you may be feeling like, you're alone, maybe you're missing an ex and that kind of thing. But I feel like, something is going to shift. And any feelings of like, oh, I'm so broke, I don't know how I'm going to make it through, or I feel alone and that kind of thing. Things I feel like are going to start to shift in February. And I feel like better days are on the horizon. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. And so, top of the deck, I've got 7 of Pentacles. And I feel like with that, the first thing I thought when I saw this card was all the effort, all the hard work I've put in for however long into whatever it is, whether it's a business, into yourself to heal, whatever, it's going to pay off. You're going to get the fruits of your labor like really soon. So I feel like that's saying like, don't give up, keep pushing forward, because February brings change. And I feel like it's positive change. So everything that you've done thus far, don't feel like it doesn't mean anything, because it does. And that's in all aspects.
Yes.
So that is what I'm getting for February.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I don't do the bottom of the deck, but I will have a clarifying card. Yeah. As I've said, you might. My spreads overwhelm you, Shell. I'm sorry, but I won't. But I just do.
Listen, my friend over there loves to have like a number of cards, as we have said, we read differently.
Novel.
I like to keep it minimal and like clarify.
Simple.
And she read, girl, calm.
Yeah, no, but I only pulled my one clarifying card. And for me, this is a card of movement,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're on the water, you've got the person that's pushing the water along. So it's going to move, whether it's moving to choppy waters, whether it's moving to whatever. I think that there has been a lot of stagnancy. There's a feeling of like just getting out of the stagnancy. And that's what water is as well. It's like flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And when, also when you're dealing with just health, you have to look at how your fluids are flowing, because you can also see the way your own personal health, and by are your tears flowing, sweat, that sort of thing. And if it's not, and you're retaining water, then obviously that's something that needs to shift as well, because you can find that things in your life are definitely always going to, especially like when you're doing a lot of spiritual work. I do a lot of spiritual work and a lot of self-development work. So you find that the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotions, are all aligned. And when one is out of alignment, it throws everything out of whack, else out of whack. So coming back to this, it is a month of movement. We are going to move.
Yes. Yes, I agree. I think for me, what I'm getting from that card as well, it's a similar thing to you of like, whatever blockages there may have been, whatever things you've been carrying that's holding you back or have held you back, somehow are going to be cleared one way or another, whether you want it or not. Yeah, something. Or not, whatever's been in your way, whatever's not right, whatever, something is going to be cleared out so that you can, move. The card that you have,
move or be moved.
Move or be moved. So I feel like, yes, I agree with you on the movement part. Actually, I do like the Six of Swords, because that is a card about moving from like choppy waters to calmer waters, or just heading into the unknown, but trying to be okay with whatever that looks like. And it's not easy to do when you're heading into the unknown. If you're starting a new job or you're getting into a new relationship and, you've been through heartbreak before, or your last couple of jobs, you thought they were great and then they turned out to be crap. Like when you're heading into new things, and I feel like there is an energy of newness, it's not always easy. But I think we need to try and embrace any new things that come our way as much as we can. So,
and I think that's why it's important to maintain some kind of spiritual practice, whether it's meditating, whether it's prayer, whether it's your connection with God, source creator, because that connection will always, it's like a gauge. It keeps you on track, especially like, think of like that darkest part of the night. There's no moon, there's no lights, there's no map, there's no phone, there's nothing. It's just you and the dark. So now you can let the fear take over, and then you're in a ball screaming into the night. Or you can be like, okay, God, source creator has got me, and I just got to trust that the next step, I'm not going to fall into a ditch. The next step is I'm going to keep going. And if you need to stop and recalibrate and like connect and shut the world out for a minute, then that's what you need to do. But either way, keeping some kind of spiritual practice that keeps you connected, because like we said, life and people and problems will shift you. You could wake up in the worst mood ever, and then a smile from a stranger shifts your mood and suddenly you're happy. Or opposite, you could be like, okay, I'm ready to face the day. I came outside today.
Exactly.
And then somebody side eyes you, and all of a sudden you're just not ready to shine your light anymore, and you just want to get inside. So have your spiritual practices.
Anyway, that's what we got for you for February, and this is who we are. I hope that you will join us for our live stream on February the 14th. And it would be great to connect with you all. So